Day's looking new and bright, and you're gonna start it right. Folger's starting to brew, the aroma's calling you. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Mornings are brighter with mountain-grown Folgers because mountain-grown coffee has more enticing aroma than any other kind.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Is there anything better than coffee? I never start my day without it. Sure, I load it up with cream and sweetener, but that's definitely not because it tastes like battery acid. It's because it's my choice. I'm the one in control. Never mind the fact that if I don't drink it, I transform into a constipated zombie that feels like his head's being crushed in a vice grip. I genuinely love the rush of anxiety in the morning, and that clenched jaw sensation can't be beat. I can tell I've had the perfect amount when it feels like I'm going to have a panic attack on the way to the gym. Screaming at fellow drivers who have the audacity to only be going 10 miles over the speed limit is totally normal and acceptable behavior. What? You don't think so? I'll bet you believe in flat Earth and Australia too, weirdo. Listen, I am in control, and there's nothing you can say to convince me otherwise. Just because I took out a personal loan to afford my Starbucks caffeinated milkshakes this month doesn't mean I have a crippling addiction. I can stop anytime I want to. What are you looking at? There's nothing wrong with me. What's wrong with you? Okay, maybe I want to stop, but it feels like something's stopping me. It punishes me if I try to quit, but rewards me if I'm a good, compliant little bag of meat. Okay, this is starting to freak me out. Maybe you're onto something. Oh my god, is it really true? Is coffee mind control? Fair word of warning, the game for today's episode is Skyrim VR, so you absolutely will get motion sickness, and it's not even humanly possible for me to be less sorry about it. Enjoy! Brew it at home, grab it on the go, or just be a man and crunch down a handful of coffee beans. It doesn't matter how you do it, just make sure you get that caffeine in your blood. Caffeine is the most widespread of all drugs, and it's not even close. It comes in many forms, including pop, energy drinks, or even pills you can pick up at the grocery store. But none reign more supreme than our grandmaster overlord, coffee. It's so normalized that if someone steps out of line and says they don't like coffee, people will point and shriek at them. They're a threat to the system and need to be wiped out, and it's no wonder why. Can you imagine what the world would look like if coffee disappeared? I mean, even with coffee, look at how we treat each other. Everyone has a mind-numbing, pointless existence to carry out, and their brain needs to be tricked into believing it's enjoying itself somehow. So drink it down, bubba. Take another hit of dopamine so you can endure another 8 hours of something you hate for someone who doesn't give a shit about you. And you better keep showing up to that job, unless you really like collecting cans and fearing for your life 24 hours a day. There's only room for a small handful of dreams to be realized on this planet. I'm sure it's just a coincidence that those same dreamers own and operate every major corporation. At least we get the option every couple of years to elect one of their buddies to watch over the cattle pen. Isn't freedom glorious? Coffee is the gasoline that fuels our democracy. There's no doubt about it. But what if the coffee isn't just some magic bean juice that chases away exhaustion? What if coffee is actually an ancient evil summoned here to punish us?
We'll return after these messages.
Hello, everyone. This is a public service announcement brought to you by the Chungus & Sons Institute for the Chronically Online. Do you find yourself awake at 4 a.m. threatening the lives of people who enjoy a movie that you don't? Good. We need more of this. This is the world we want to live in. But did you know that you have untapped potential to be even more insufferable? It's true. So why don't you fill out an application today, and one of our brain-rotted hate vessels will reach out to you. You want to be careful here. You only want to check one of these boxes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Our institute specializes in the field of moral and social decay. With our guidance, soon your own mother won't be able to make eye contact with you. So remember, it's not only okay to hate people you don't agree with, it's your duty to make sure they never feel safe again. Wait a second. What happens if this backfires and incites a rage so powerful that even God himself couldn't stop it? That'll never happen? Oh, okay. We hope to hear from you soon. It's said that none are more hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe they're free. The weird thing is that whenever this quote's brought up, it's always associated with government, religion, or other social systems of control. But the black magician that's been weaving this hellscape doesn't sit on the board at BlackRock and isn't attending some satanic sex party somewhere. No, the grand architect's been right under our nose this whole time. I want a big house. I want an expensive purse. I want a Lamborghini. That'll show the pathetic peasants around me. I want to be so powerful and so important that everywhere I go, everyone will be absolutely sick with envy. I'll never stop. I need more and more and more. It doesn't matter who suffers as a result. All that matters is that I have more expensive things than everyone else. Expensive things are better than cheap things, so I'm a better person if I have them and you don't. And so the cancer spreads, soaking up all the resources for itself. It doesn't know why it does it, and it doesn't care. All that matters is that it continues to grow. This isn't natural or harmonious in any way. Every aspect of nature, from plant life to animals, exists in a perfect cycle. Not us, though. And yet we were born of the exact same system. So what the hell happened? Coffee happened. These aren't your thoughts. You don't hate your fellow man. You don't want to see them suffer. Look in the deepest part of your heart. You want strong communities and people who are thriving. You want love. You want compassion. You want all that's best for everyone in this life. So where does this evil come from? Right from your cup, first thing in the morning. The second you take that first satisfying sip, you're no longer in the captain's chair. The coffee flips on that flight or fight response, and the only thing that matters anymore is forward momentum. Now there's an invisible threat that's forever chasing you, but it's impossible to run away. This threat's coursing through your veins, altering your brain chemistry, and literally fusing with your body. Every thought and action you take from that point is dictated by coffee. But it's not just greed and power that coffee hungers for. Its ultimate plan for us is much darker than that.
Why didn't you just kill me? You don't fear death. You welcome it. Your punishment must be more severe.
I think it's safe to say that mental illness is on the rise. There's an epidemic of individuals who are simultaneously the most hate-filled and evil-hearted who have ever been, and also believe that their behavior is morally correct. How did they get this way? They don't seem like they're having a very good time. Surely coffee can't be responsible for this. I mean, it's been around since the dawn of forever. Absolutely true, and that's what makes it so devious. Coffee doesn't experience time. It's a plant. It can afford to play the long game. More and more studies are coming to light that are linking caffeine directly to a myriad of different mental illnesses. Is coffee worried about these studies happening? Hell no. Coffee's written into our DNA at this point. It knows we have no power over it. There could be international news broadcast today that revealed that anyone who drank another cup of coffee would spontaneously combust, and your weak, pathetic ass is still gonna chug that sludge down. But why does coffee hate us so much? Why does it love watching us suffer? Why does it corrupt our hearts and make us destroy each other? It can all be summed up into one major deadly sin: envy. You see, coffee's been watching us very closely. It sees what we're capable of. Human beings are living magic, each one an impossible harmony of moving parts with the freedom to create anything, from the building of massive structures to the expression of beautiful art. We are an endless ocean of possibility, and every day we pull new wonders from the void with our imaginations alone. What can coffee do? Sit in the ground and grow? Rinse and repeat for all eternity? That's one hell of a fate. Coffee's heart is as black as the drink it produces, and it won't ever stop trying to destroy us. Sure, you could just stop drinking it, but don't be fooled into thinking you can escape. It'll be back. It'll find you. Its disease reaches far and wide, and it has agents walking around in human form that will stop at nothing to wipe you out. So coffee's a terrifying ancient evil that's hijacked the human race. So what? I've got some great news for you. If you're listening to this, that means you've already defeated it. It has one major weakness: awareness. If you're able to see what it's doing, then you're able to overcome it. That's the beauty of us people. We have the ability to make or unmake anything, including ourselves. So whenever we feel the unholy influence of the liquid devil trying to work its tendrils into our soul, we can just say no. Simple, right? The cool part is it gets easier the more we practice. This is a war that's been going on for far too long, and it's time humanity closes the book on it forever. We are whole. We are perfect. We are powerful. We have won.